Minecraft, but there are custom swords. This is an update for my More Swords data pack, which brings the total of swords up to around 100. And in today's video, we added 5 new swords to the pack. Those are the Netherrack sword, the Diorite sword, the Chain sword, the Glowberry sword, and the Instone sword. These swords need to be made in the Sword Crafter. To use this, just follow the exact recipe as shown on the screen. Oh, and if you're wondering what these other 10 swords are about, these have been early released for my patrons. They currently have had access to them for a couple of months. If you're interested in gaining access to these a couple weeks ahead of when I publish them, make sure to support me on Patreon. There's an iCard in the top right. A $1 or more donation gives you access to all of the future updates to the pack way ahead of time. Okay, let's jump into the showcase for all of the swords. So the Netherrack sword, this one is mostly meant for mob farm. If we pretend that this is an actual mob farm, you'll see when we hit mobs with the sword, they will sometimes drop quartz or gold ingots. So there's some quartz right there, and maybe we'll get some gold as well. There we go. The Diorite sword is of course the best sword ever made. As such, when you use it, you get extremely useful— poison and nausea. Yeah. Diorite's terrible. No one likes it. Don't use the sword. The chain sword, on the other hand, is actually rather useful. When you hit a mob without killing it, it will get stuck in chains for a bit, unable to move, and this will last for a fairly substantial amount of time. So that baby husk that's trying to munch your face, well, hit it with a chain, and it is unable to do so. If you get too close, it still can give you a little munch, so do be careful of that. But the Glowberry sword is a rather bright idea. When you hit a mob with it, it will glow for a short time. And finally, we have the Instone sword. When you hit a mob with this, it has a random chance of doing nothing, or sometimes it will levitate the mob for a little bit of time, and sometimes it will randomly teleport the mob. Here, I'll just cut to it doing it. Anyway, those were the 5 swords added in this update. Remember, you can gain access to the other 10 that will be released in the coming weeks right now by supporting me on Patreon. But I hope you enjoyed this update. If you did, make sure to leave a like on the video. Hit that subscribe button if you want to not miss out on future videos on the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.